I'd like to have you take this moment to look within yourself. Everybody's answer to what life's about, to what their grand and glorious adventure in life is going to be different. But I'd like you to kind of take a moment to look into yourself. You might have thought about those different paradigms. Maybe you're living some. Maybe there's others I haven't talked about that you're living. Maybe you thought, some of these were kind of interesting. Maybe I might want to think about that. But you get that option. So we're going to do the next phase. The first step is pause. Second step is reflect on your needs, your wants, and options. And then the third step is to really open up, right, to the inspiration. So we're going to do a little bit of that in this exercise now. So if you have a paper and pen in front of you, I'm going to ask you to move your chair back away from that because we're not going to use that for a moment. Because to connect with your higher intelligence, with the infinite wisdom within, you need to kind of be relaxed, and you need to be out of your head and into your heart, okay? And so some of you, I'm sure, have done this before, but I'm going to lead you through kind of a little exercise where you can ask that question for you, right? Ask that, what is your life you were born for? What is the life you want to design for yourself right now that feels grand and glorious? Like, wow, I get to have a marvelous, extraordinary life. I never really thought I could be marvelous and extraordinary. I can have a life beyond my wildest dreams. How do I even do that? What does that look like? And I want to encourage you, as you do this exercise, to think beyond the limitations, okay? Just don't limit yourself with like, the way my life is now, I kind of have to do this, right? I want you to just, for this moment only, you can go back to whatever paradigm you want after this talk, but for this moment, I want you to say, if I could do anything, if I could live any way, if I could, whatever it is, that's what we want to come to. I want to hear, and you want to hear, what your soul, what your heart is saying. And some of you may have been hearing little messages in your ear already, right? Little callings to do this, to do that, to take time off, to do this, whatever they are, right? We're going to listen to them now, and we're going to bring that out as part of the design. So now we're all sitting here. I'm going to ask you to kind of relax a few minutes. As you're sitting in your chair, we're going to relax. In a moment, we're going to close our eyes. We'll take a few deep breaths, and then I'll ask you to think about this, think about that. I'll ask you a few questions, and then we'll open our eyes, and then you'll write down the answers when you're done. So, okay, so I'm going to we can close our eyes. I'm going to take a deep breath. And with each exhalation, just relax your body. Begin to feel your face relax and your arm relax, legs relax. And then with each inhale, I want you to think about your inhaling love. And as you inhale love, it fills your lungs and your chest, and it trickles down your arms and your torso and your legs and your body. And you're inhaling that love, and it's going throughout your entire body. And then you're exhaling joy back out into the universe. Inhaling love, and exhaling joy, just relaxing. Now I'd like you to bring your awareness to your feet, to the soles of your feet. We're kind of moving out of our head and our thought process into our feet for a moment to just kind of ground us into what our heart's desire is for our life at this time. Now I'd like you to bring your awareness back to your heart region, and I'd like you to visualize your heart for a moment. And you can visualize it any way you want. It could be a human heart. It could be a heart shape. Any way you like. And you're in your heart. And you're continuing to inhale the love. Oh, it feels so good. Exhaling the joy. And I want you to visualize your heart opening. Oh, it just opens a little bit. Opening up a little bit. Relaxed. Your heart is opening. Okay. Now I'd like you to think about something you've done recently that's been joyful for you, a joyful time or experience you've had. It could be here at the conference, it could be at home, it could be work, it could be anything you want, but some time that you were doing something and you were feeling really joyful. Just kind of bring that movie back into your mind for just a moment and kind of play that movie in your head. It could be the face of one of your children or playing with a pet. It could be a hug. It could be a smile or conversation you had. And see what that looks like. And then you can't help but smile while you're thinking of that joy. And as you tune into that feeling of just joy that you were experiencing in that moment, I want you to check in with your body. How does your body feel? Do you feel an energy, a tingling or aliveness in your body? Does it feel differently with this joy? Is your heart opening more in the state of joy that you're in? Okay, now I want you to let that picture go. And I want you to think about what would be a life you were born for right now, if it could be any kind of life. If in this moment you could have any kind of life you want, what would it look like? What would it feel like? What do you see? And just picture anything you want. Again, it could be work, it could be non-work, it could be with your family. Oh, what kind of life is in your dreams? What kind of life and calling could you do right now if it was anything, if anything was possible? You see the beauty of life, you feel the love of life, you feel a sense of freedom in life, peace, harmony, joy. What does that life look like for you right now? We're taking the time for you right now to think about the life you would like to have, the life you were born for. Your well-designed life right now, because you and your spirit and your being came here and it has a desire. So there are things that delight you and excite you. And we want to do those while we're here. Okay, we're going to let that go for a moment. And now we'll just ask the question in case an answer pops in. Is there one thing that on earth that you need to do? What is the one thing on earth you need to do? And it doesn't matter if you do anything else. It's just that one thing. For you, is there one thing that you must do? Okay, now sense into how you're feeling at this moment. And then we're going to open our eyes and we're going to bring that wonderful feeling you're feeling right now into the room. And we're going to keep that feeling. And isn't it interesting that as we bring ourselves to that level of relax, that level of joy as we think about those fun experiences and this grand and glorious life that we can have, what it feels like to be in that space. Feels very interesting, doesn't it? So take a moment, open your paper and pen, jot down thoughts, ideas, images, colors right now that came to you during that exercise. This is the time for you. We don't have to do it later. Right now, we are looking at designing your well-designed life, the life you were born for. That's what we're doing right now. Your grand and glorious life. The life you were born for. What do you want it to be? Beyond your wildest dreams. And I'm going to stretch you for a moment. And we're going to say, I want you to answer this in the context of just you. I know many of you are probably married or have partners or in relationships and things like that. And you and your partner, I'm sure, have overlapping, right, life paradigms that together you share and you explore while you're here together as partners. But there may be some things about you that your soul is different. I know I am. Me and my partner, we have some differences. And so part of my soul's desire and excitement and joy of living on the planet has some differences than theirs, right? And so I want to make sure that when my soul's here, I'm only here for a limited time, that I have this chance to do everything that I'm feeling as well in an unlimited way. So I want to make sure that when you do your list, you're thinking about that and expanding that as well. Okay, so as we know as designers, we're starting, right? When you sit down to write a design with a blank piece of paper, you start and then it's not done in 1 hour. or 45 minutes, right? Things kind of percolate. You kind of get it going. You kind of open up that creative energy. You kind of invite that in, and then like over the next few hours, the next few days, the next few weeks, things will kind of percolate and become more clear. So, good start. We got that there.